press play on the camera. Not because I want to fuck with you, but because something in my soul tells me to press start
this
with
is
the camera.
this is gonna roll. You see, it's not nice. I did this with a Mexican bow tie. Am I wrong?
A Mexican bow tie?
Yeah.
Am I wrong for that?
Is there a name for that?
Am I wrong for that? You don't know that you ain't from Mexico?
A Mexican bow tie?
You are not from Mexico?
Nah, that's some
You
gringo
were
shit.
you were part of the reason
That's
why.
definitely some gringo shit.
Listen, you were the reason why I was against the law. You know.
Whoa.
Now,
Tell him, friend.
I don't know.
I want the law.
Oh
I don't know
shit.
how I'm feeling about it now.
Throw you
Oh
over.
shit. Oh wow. So
Guys,
hi guys and welcome to Podcast These Nuts. This is your girl Jodie, and to my, well, not this right, but the far right is
Wendy.
Hey y'all. I know you see that we have
a guest.
a guest here.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you for popping our guest cherry. How do you feel about gangbanging podcast These Nuts?
I'm all about some good fun.
Okay.
This, guys, is GiaFranco.
Do we have to roll the R's the whole show?
Put some respect on my
GiaFranco.
name.
Yeah, you gotta put respect on his name.
Okay.
He's very serious about his name. His name is branded. He
Okay.
must be called
GiaFranco. So the whole time.
GiaFranco.
Yeah.
GiaFranco. Okay, that's fine.
How you doing? Sac paseo, wait, no.
¿Qué lo que
¿Qué
es?
pasa?
He's on the other side. He's on the Dominican side of the island, not the Haitian side of the island.
No? Buenas tardes.
Yeah. I had put on these glasses because, so guys, when he first came here, right, I was having a conversation about my pimple that I have because my period is coming. It's my period pimple. I know we all get it. And, I told him that when I get my period or on my period, I get really sensitive. So, just kind of watch your tone with me. You know what I'm saying? Because he has said something that I didn't know, and I get offended when people say things that I don't know. Which is an observation that was made on my bestie.
It is.
But I take feedback, and I was receiving to it, so, it's probably true. I am a little insecure about not knowing some shit. So I got in my feelings. Yeah.
Go off on people.
Yeah, right. So I got in my feelings that, I had a period. Anyway, you know what this motherfucker said? And I quote, kind of, sort of. He was like, y'all women need to stop blaming your crazy shit on your fucking periods, okay? You need to take ownership to the fact that you're fucking crazy. You need to own the fact that yo, this nigga read me to filth, Wendy. I'm lying. He read me
And then
to
he said
filth.
Wakanda forever after it.
Right.
No, that wasn't a whole other.
Knowing this motherfucker is from Mexico.
Straight from
But
Mexico.
it's okay.
Nigga.
I'm actually from
Our
Boston.
people
He's a
here.
colonizer, guys.
First of all, our people
He's a
here
colonizer.
did not get paid because our president is trying to build a wall against people like you. You're the reason our people didn't get paid because people like you that he's trying to build a wall for.
Well, I like him,
How is
so
that?
I think he
I was
should
born
stay.
in
Hey, aren't you
Boston,
Mexican?
Massachusetts.
Oh.
I have a navy blue passport.
Oh.
Were you born here?
I have a navy blue
Were
passport.
you born here?
Oh.
I have a navy blue passport.
Alright, so we did buy ours.
I got mine through birth.
Oh.
Thank you to America.
Oh.
We appreciate our immigration system, and we would like to maintain it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, you do have
Yes.
a point because we both were born in Jamaica, so
100%.
we didn't buy our shit.
Yeah.
Wagwan.
So why are you here? What's going on? First of all, you want to introduce him, tell him why he's here, how this all happened, how we know him, do we really know him?
Not really. Let's back it on up a little bit first. Wow. Is that? Whoa.
He was getting tired. I was massaging his shoulders. I wanted him to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Ven aquí. Ven aquí, my boy. Ándale. Yo.
Introduction.
Guys, this is GiaFranco.
Yes.
And
Oh, wait, I'm taking my glasses off now because I got it off my chest about him reading me to
yeah,
Phil.
he did read you the film.
Yeah.
But yes, this is GiaFranco. I've known him for some time now. I don't know how long. But he is everything okay, Jodie?
Check. Wardrobe malfunction.
What was my hearing?
I was gonna get out my nose. Okay.
Something's wrong with her. Anyway, I've known him for a long time. He's a very like-minded person. He is very real. He's very informed. He's progressive thinking and free spirit, free thinker. So, he's commented on one of our posts for episode 5, Niggas Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks.
Got you, status.
And he felt like he needed to offer his perspective. He said, you know what? Some men need to be talking on the show. Males need to be represented. So I'm like, okay. So
Women represent.
All right.
They represent.
Represent. So episode 8, the male perspective.
Here you have it.
100%.
So GiaFranco,
Yeah.
before we get into that, we want to talk about, some things that happened last week. So capture last week's episode, what was that? 7.
Yeah.
Almost forgot for a second. Episode 7.
How you say 7?
Siete.
That's siete, ocho. Siete. Episode siete.
Yeah. On that episode, we talked about hot topics and also a little bit about my 25th birthday.
Say something, dare you?
Dare you?
I'm sorry.
Dare you? Okay,
Go ahead, that's
thank you.
fine.
Anyway, so my birthday and hot topics. And so we want to kind of recap some things because there's some things that happened since last week.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, 21 Savage is out. Yo. He was released.
He's free.
He's
He is free.
okay.
Yeah.
So we're happy about that. Excited. Did my petition work? Did my signature on the petition work, guys? I don't know. Or it could have been one of the $1 million attorneys that Jay-Z got for him. Whatever the case, he's out.
I'll go with the Jay-Z option.
Yeah, we go with option B.
Anyway,
You did your
So-
part, though. We appreciate
I
it.
did my part. I did my part. He's
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So here's something that happened. So last week we talked about was it Demi Lovato who
Ooh, the tea on that.
where all of Black Twitter went off on her when she said that the memes from 21 Savage were funny. Come to find out, they're saying that she checked herself back into rehab. Doesn't mean that she took drugs. Doesn't mean she overdosed. She
Karma
checked herself back
is a
in.
bitch. And then you die.
Related to social media bullying. Now, since 21 has been released, it's been said that he didn't care.
He didn't give a shit.
He thought they were funny.
He didn't give a shit.
This is what.
But didn't you and I talk about that before when I said that sometimes there are people out there that maybe even though you think they should care about something, they don't give a shit. Perfect example. He didn't give a shit. He said he thought it was funny as well.
He thought it was funny.
However, what's crazy is how it went full circle with this chick, the chick.
Right, and that she ended up
Right,
as a
that.
result of the bullying.
Yeah.
That was.
Although we don't condone bullying, of course,
Of course.
but she should have been a little bit more sensitive. You know what I'm saying? She could have looked at the memes, laughed, and kept it moving.
My generation, we had bullies, and I think it made us stronger as far as taking criticism. Like what is it? Demi, who we talking about?
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato couldn't take it, and I think that's the difference between a strong-minded individual like 21 Savage and her that always put on a pedestal and can't take criticism. And she had to go back to rehab because she couldn't take a few memes.
Well, who knows what put her into rehab? What made her
I like
in
that.
the first place?
I think that's honestly what makes you so good at what you do and able to thrive so well in corporate America is that you are from the deep side. And you did have to literally fight for your life at times. And you also have a good balance of a whole bunch of intelligence. So when a lot of the people that you are meant to be on the same level with, when they get hit and when they are attacked, they break before you do, and that's why you always end up last man standing. So I think that's a good point. Does it make it a good thing? Or do we not want to still go against or fight against bullying? Absolutely, we still want to, but I get it. I get that point.
Well, like 100%, right? Everything has its pros and cons, right? And there's certain bullying that it is too extensive, like it's just outright wrong.
Especially when they kill
But
themselves
when
after.
you're telling me that kids can't tease each other here and there, make fun of each other on appearances, or because they make a mistake,
Yeah.
you mean you put them in a bubble where they can't take criticism or they can't take failure, and in life, as we all know, you have to learn from your failures.
Absolutely.
You can't be put in a bubble where if you fail, you quit.
Yeah.
Then,
or think that death is the only option.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
That
you take
is,
it to a tape. Yeah.
That is 100% of the reason why when I play with my kids, I play to win.
Yeah.
And I teach them to play to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you teach them how to lose as well.
And you might lose. So what happened here? What went wrong, or what could you have done differently? But no, I go 100% because that is a great lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
So
So good with the male perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that she had a heavy drug issue, so.
She did.
Yeah.
Didn't take her much to trigger her back.
That's one of
It could
that's
be
why
a
she went there
trigger.
for the
The
first
bullying could
time.
be a trigger for her.
Yeah.
You know? There's a lot of things that could place somebody back in a situation.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, the bitch is back.
We hope she's okay though.
Hey!
We do. Ooh, not laughing at that. But when I'm laughing, Jodie.
What?
We do hope she's okay though.
No, I do.
Seriously. So, the Gucci boycott. Yo, okay. So first of all,
I think you need to retract your statement last show when you said you did not own any Gucci.
Smells like Gucci.
You smelling kind of Gucci-ish right now.
Okay, guys, this is what happened.
This is Gucci too. This Gucci.
You smelling kind of Gucci-ish, friend.
It's from Elegant Beauty. Now, okay, so the DOD reminded me when last week's show was filming that when it was airing on Thursday that did you own Gucci? What? No, I don't. I'm like, I don't have Gucci clothes. I don't. I honestly do not. However, I have Gucci perfume.
Yes,
Apparently.
I think you just
And
found out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So initially I thought, well, it's perfume. It's not that bad. I mean, is it that bad? It's not the same thing as wearing
Wendy.
clothes.
It's Gucci, friend.
Okay, so listen.
It's Gucci.
Totally fucked that
It's
one up.
Gucci.
Totally fucked that one up.
You did.
So then what happened was, what made me, when I started to feel bad, was today when I was walking out, I put some on, and as I'm leaving the house, Mr. Junior was like, "Oh, you smell nice. What is that?" And I was like,
Mary Kay.
I was like, "It's Gucci."
I'd be like, no, it's Mary Kay.
But I'm not a liar. I can't. I don't like lying. Doesn't come natural to me, so I wouldn't even think to do that. But I was like, it's Gucci. It was always nice.
Yeah.
I got bad in that moment, guys.
It counts.
I'm not gonna wear it anymore.
Yeah.
So
Really?
anyway,
You gonna boycott Gucci?
yes. So now last episode we talked about the boycott. We also talked about Floyd Mayweather and the fact that he wanted to be a leader. He didn't want to be a part of the boycott.
Yes.
He is Gucci down, Gucci soldier.
Gucci down to the socks.
Okay, Gucci
Hey.
down to the socks. You know, rings and watch.
Bitch, you better sing that song. You better.
So, yeah. Floyd, I'm about to think about Biggie Small. So yeah. So we talked about Floyd being independent, wanted to be a leader, wanted to do his own thing, and people were saying T.I. actually came at him, and him and T.I. they have this little tussle that they got going back and forth because of the wife. So T.I. definitely made time to respond about Floyd Mayweather and the fact that he felt, and as a lot of people do, that Floyd should be with the Black community, support the initiative, boycott Gucci, spend a lot of money there. Your dollar can really make a difference because of how influential he is and the fact that he does drop a lot of coin there. And he felt like Floyd should have been a part of the boycott, as a lot of people do. So Floyd said, look, y'all not going to believe me, okay? I'm going to do what I want to do. So then he put out this 5-page dissertation. Anytime somebody does anything long, I'm like, dissertation. Okay? So he puts out
You always cussing people in their dissertation.
I can't. Let's get to the point. I'm a meats and potatoes type of person. Like, I ain't got time for all the fluff and the bullshit. Let's just get to it.
I have to do disclosures when I'm talking with her, because if I know that I absolutely need to tell a story to get to my point, I have to be like, look, Wendy, look. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to get to the point with this one. I need to tell the story.
And then I just sit there and shake my leg.
Yeah.
And let her get through, because otherwise I'm just like, oh, because all of this, that, I didn't need that. Let's just
Get to it.
So let's get to it. So anyway, he wrote out this whole thing about, wanting to be an individual, not having to follow people. Guys, it's on the Shade Room. I know it's on his page and it's also on Shade Room. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but 50 Cent and his petty ass.
I love him.
50 Cent not petty.
I love him and his magic stick. I love him.
Like, he chopped that thing down to like all of 2 sentences. Okay, he wrote why, the letter Y, why you gotta boycott, C-O-T, boy, B-O-Y, cot, second word, C-O-T, Gucci, G-U-C-Y, question mark. Why you gotta boycott Gucci? Fuck T-I. And this is the letter T as in tango, second word, E-Y-E. E-Y-E. Fuck T-I.
50 Cent and the award for the most pettiest nigga of 2019 goes to 50.
Like,
This
no.
nigga, I saw that.
This career is over. I know 50 Cent is gonna see as S-E-A as in the ocean. This and say I didn't write this. Did it right? Did it right? This shit's funny.
Yo,
It's funny. It's funny. I hope the nigga ain't illiterate. I do.
Let me tell you something.
This shit is funny though.
Of all the celebrities that I really hope does not ever dog us, 50 Cent. I don't want to ever dog 50 Cent. Anybody else can come for us. I do not want 50 Cent to come for us. 50 Cent, I want you to know that we are on your side with this. We think that this is fucking hilarious and you're brilliant.
It's hilarious.
FYI.
Signed it?
Yeah. FYI.
Money, Mayweather. Money is the dollar sign.
Whoa.
And then Floyd was spelled F-L-Y-D.
You lying.
No.
Oh my God.
Like, that was funny as hell. So, that added a lot of fun to the whole Gucci boycott, the seriousness of why the boycott started. So, but they had to go back and forth with each other because that's what they do. That's what they do. So those were the hot topics from last week. Mm-hmm. And we started a new segment.
We did.
Hashtag Ask
These Nuts.
Ask These Nuts.
So what is it about?
Starting with this episode 8, if you send in a question to us, whether you post it on one of our social media accounts or go to our website in our bio, if you go to the site, however you decide to send us a message, you send it to us, you ask us a question. It could be something you want to know about us. It could be you want to know how to handle a situation. You fucked up with your girl and you're like, look, what do I do to get myself out of this shit?
Or you have some really good tea to spill and you want to know what we think about the tea.
Yes.
Because we sip tea over here, honey.
We do.
Pinkies up?
We do.
Pinkies up.
So we do. We sip tea. So tea, drop anything. Any sort of question. If you have a recommendation for the next episode, and actually episode 9 is going to be based on a recommendation that we got from the comments. So thank you guys for asking.
Shout out.
So we do have a question for today.
We do.
And it's from our number one fan. I'm not going to mention his IG handle, but it's from one of our number one fans. It could be a number one fan or a number one hater. Who knows?
I think
we know he is from GiaFranco's country. He doesn't even speak Spanish though. How?
Because he's from a Latin country, but they don't speak Spanish.
He's from
I think he speaks Portuguese.
He's from Brazil.
In Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Spanish, right? What is he speaking himself?
Portuguese.
Portuguese. It is Portuguese.
I don't know. Sound like. Anyway, guys, look. Anyway, he's our number one hater or fan. Whatever it is, whatever the hell. He asked a question, so thank you.
Thanks for the question.
So the question was.
Based on this question, he's a fan.
It was more of a statement. He said,
Let me hear.
Explain the origin of your head.
What? What? No, he came for you, friend. Friend, he came for you?
He came for me.
Friend, he came to you.
Okay, listen. All my friends from Mexico, okay? They cabeza grande, okay? Like, I was in a situation where people would walk past me where we used to earn coins together and call me cabeza grande, like a whole row of people.
Cabezona.
Oh. Whoa.
Cabezona.
Wow. We didn't ask you to add that, sir. Thank you. So the origin, sir. Look, real simple. This is how God made me. Okay, that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. You know, this stores a brain. This is volume of This is knowledge.
Knowledge.
Okay.
And black excellence.
Okay. So thank you very much.
That's answering your question for you, sir.
That is the origin. You got a problem?
Question and answer.
Ask him. Okay.
Love the question.
Thank you. You would.
Of course
You would, because that is your friend.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Of course you would. Why wouldn't you?
Whatever. Anyway, so thank
And
you.
it's a beautiful head at that. Okay? So don't be coming from my friend. Oh, hey, miss.
Now that explains how it came with your head wrap.
You know, no, the reason why I have the head wrap on, as I was explaining earlier.
So what you want to be a continued version of the bullshit that we just got?
No, honestly,
To be a continued version of the bullshit that we just got?
he's been in here.
Yeah.
So, guys, look, I have on a closure, and I'm not good with weave. Like, the whole... Ooh.
Whoa. Wow.
Wow.
Wendy, he is touching on all soft areas. Like he is doing violation after violation. And we haven't even gotten to the topic.
We have not. Wow. I was just trying to say I didn't feel like curling the weave. I didn't feel like gluing on the weave, y'all. I didn't feel like it. That's
Honesty.
Wow.
nothing to do with the
Son.
question.
Wow.
Wow.
Son.
Wow.
Niggas is disrespectful out here in these streets.
So
no better pop manners.
No manners. No.
No manners. Okay.
So thank you for the question, guys. You can continue to send in your question. Hashtag ask these nuts. We ready for your questions and your suggestions. All right.
Thanks for the question. No, that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
So
Go
why are
into
you
the
here?
topic. Why are you here?
Why are you here? What's talking
Main
about?
topic: the male perspective.
Male perspective on cheating. And so we both intentionally said, you know what? I don't even want to fucking hear your perspective until we get on the show.
Right.
So guys, we are hearing his perspective at the same time that you are hearing his perspective. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know how we're going to react. I don't know what's going to happen. If it's going to be a kumbaya or we all going to be fighting.
But I do want to recap episode 5.
My goal, so we throw the most.
Keep it
But listen,
He goes,
I said that to say that, you know, this is a real live moment you guys about to experience. Like, we are actually in the audience together with y'all about to hear this shit that this nigga got to say about cheating.
Yeah, and so to
get into
recap,
it.
so he's here to give his perspective on episode 5.
Yes.
Episode 5 was titled "Niggas Ain't Shit But
But hoes and tricks.
Okay, now I know a lot of people initially were thinking that we would come for men, but we didn't.
No.
You know, I shared my experience being someone who was cheated on. Jodie shared her experience as a cheater.
Yeah.
Okay? So you heard from us. You heard from women.
Yeah.
You heard from our perspective. You know, we also talked about how people can move forward from this, how people can heal from this.
Yes,
you know,
we did.
just a whole
Full circle.
discussion
Full circle.
on cheating.
Yeah.
But when he saw the clip, he said, you know what? I feel like you guys need to have a male perspective.
He also said that he felt like we went into too much detail. Like,
No, you guys OD on the tips.
The tips. You
yeah,
gave him
tips.
Well, we're here to help women.
He's suspect of.
We're here to help
he
women.
changes his playlist.
His playlist, his music, yeah. Why not be?
Why not? Why you changing shit? Listen, if you listen,
But
if you touch my
whatever
nipple
genre you
differently, like if you touch my nipple differently, like that's
Violation. You never did that. It was always left and then right. Now you're doing right,
Now you're right.
circles, and then left. What's going on?
Whoa, something is going on.
Where the circles come from? Who told you them circles? Because you never been circles before.
You practice that?
What's her
You
name?
was researching? Where? Okay. That's why that's important. Okay.
So,
That's how
to answer your question,
I was talking about the music part. You guys going on to some nipple shit, which I agree. I mean, if he starts handling your body differently,
we're just talking about. It's just about change
Period.
Change in behavior.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
So
this is thing as overanalyzing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think that right there, overanalyzing shit.
Okay.
So let's start out with the first topic. The first
Why are
question.
you here? Why did you feel like you
What made you feel it as though it was important for you to offer your perspective on this
Well, when I
topic?
saw the clip,
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean you say shit about hoes and chicks?
Okay.
But then I saw the episode and I saw that you guys didn't go too ham on men. But still, I feel like a lot of the points you guys touched.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it came from an area where I don't think there's the real reason why men and women cheat.
Okay.
Not the real reason, because there's a lot of reasons why a person can cheat on a significant other.
Okay.
But I think that if you search a lot of stuff on Google,
Okay.
the number one search engine, if you search a lot of stuff on Google, you're gonna find a lot of bloggers, a lot of articles on topics that are spicy, because that what engages people to read your article.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
Now that you explain that, you explained that very well, by the way. I was
you guys
feeling
are gonna have to stop me. Sometimes I just be ranting.
That's how it is.
I'll go on my.
I want to learn, you know, because I think that a lot of what you say can also ring true for women as well. So just understanding just people in general, because we're both in the people business, right?
Yeah.
So the better we're able to understand people is the better, and we're able to be more effective. We're able to be as
We can
business
better connect,
owners,
yes.
right? So I appreciate this information. So what you know about men cheating?
Yeah. So check it out. This, like I mentioned, there's a lot of reasons why a man or even a female can cheat. But I'm going to speak primarily on the male perspective.
Okay.
Right.
On the male
Tell
reason
us.
why we cheat.
Okay.
I narrowed it down to three different reasons.
Oh.
All right, 3 different reasons why a male ends up cheating.
Okay.
Right, and I'm going to go with the first one. It goes a lot to do with insecurity.
Okay.
Right? And insecurities for men can come in a lot of different avenues. It can come from just, from his male groups of friends. It can come from work.
Okay.
It can even come from home. And when
So it's friends, work, and home.
correct.
Okay.
So a man can start feeling insecure if something as simple as like not getting that raise or that promotion that he's been working hard for at work.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And most of the times it comes from that. But even if you're like a business owner, you own your own business, if you're not hitting those goals that you've been working hard for to achieve,
Right.
and you're not good at taking failure, which is a subject that we touched earlier,
Right.
you can, that creates insecurity.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
At home, when you're not providing for the family the right way,
Right.
or you're not hitting those goals that you promised your significant other, especially if it's like, home improvement around the house, or upgrading to your home, vacation.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're living up to your potential.
Yeah.
Correct. That new car that you promised her, that upgrade or whatever. You can start feeling insecure. Even with your friends, you got friends that are not that supportive, right? They might judge you. They say that your family and your closest friends are the ones that judge you the hardest.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you are not hitting those goals, you're also getting judgment from that area. And when you start feeling insecure as a man, your ego starts to get bruised. And you're not getting that support from your home, from your significant other.
Right.
And you feel like you're letting that person down, but at the same time, she's not letting you know, communicating with you 100%, like, you got this, I support you, I know that life is hard and things like that. This is not justifying the action, but that person, that male, will start seeking that support elsewhere.
That feeling.
Right.
They'll try to-
Right.
They're gonna try
They
to
want
feel
to try
that
to create
emotion.
someplace else.
100%.
Wow.
They're gonna go somewhere else to see. They're gonna go somewhere else to get that feeling,
Right.
especially if they are actively looking for it at home
Yeah.
or with their friends, and they're not receiving it back, and all they keep getting is that judgment, that argument. Like, you promised this, we were supposed to be here 2 years ago,
Right.
et cetera, right? If you're not getting that love back, you're gonna go seek it somewhere else. And that's just facts.
I can see that.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Again, that's not justifying the action that person will go do, but know this, especially when you're in a relationship and especially in a marriage, you say that it's do or die. Yeah. Right? So if I'm going through something hard, and you're not showing me that support when you say you have my back, no matter what, now I start feeling like I'm losing you. I'm losing myself. So I'm going to go seek that love somewhere else because that's something that drives us humans. Yeah. Right? Accomplishment, love, happiness. One of the biggest drivers for humans. Yeah. So if we're not getting that at home, what you think? We're going to continue receiving that emotional abuse? Nah, man, we're going to go seek it somewhere else.
So, because you're getting it from home, meaning that you're not getting the support that you feel like you really need at a time where things aren't going right for you in some aspect of your life. It could be work, it could be your business, whatever the case. Things aren't going right there. Because things aren't going right there, things aren't going right at home. So now, it's tapped on your self-esteem. You don't feel like you're living up to your ultimate potential. Like you just feel drugged down. Yeah. And you need some freedom from that. You need a release from that.
Man is going to gravitate the most to the situation that makes him feel the most like a man. So the situation that makes you most feel like a king, that's where you're going to gravitate from. So if you're not feeling that level of respect from your job, from your spouse, and from your friends, you're going to go to a situation that you can feel that from, even if it's just for moments. Sex is for moments, Even if it's for moments, you're going to gravitate towards whatever will fill that role the best.
It's all in the feeling.
Okay.
All in the feeling.
Okay, that's fine.
That's big.
Yeah, it is.
That's big.
It is, and I can see how being under that level of pressure and stress, you just want to be free. Yeah. And it's not necessarily the same thing for me, but I can relate to like when I feel bogged down by people or emotions. I just want to escape. I just want to leave. Yeah. And we do. It's part of
and we do.
Right. And it's part of the reason why the last one said I have commitment issues because like I can just buy like. At the drop of the dime. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It's just that I love you more, and I need my, feeling bogged down and, not feeling right about what's going on and that need to escape. So they escape the situation by going out and fucking some hoes.
Fucking some hoes.
It also has to do with a lot of us compare ourselves to the Joneses. Right?
Yeah.
We all hear that phrase. Stop comparing yourself to the Joneses. So, like, if you have a tight group and you're constantly comparing yourself to them, right? And we both do it, man and female. But if you, again, I'm being biased here. I'm always gonna look. I came on the show to be biased.
Yeah, right.
So when your wife or your girl is comparing herself to her friends, and then for some reason there's a couple or two that start doing great. Husband got a promotion, business launched 2 years later, they're fucking doing great, they're going on vacations, snapped on the bed.
Hey, I don't give a fuck about you niggas, I'm living my best life. Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So then you start comparing yourself to them and you're like, why don't we?
She'll be like, so this is the third vacation that they done been on since
they be they'll say that too. Yeah. Or you guys, you women are smarter than that. That people that, oh my God, look, that's so beautiful. That's the third time they go on a vacation. Look at that. Oh my God. Ooh, she got. Wow.
Yes.
Her skin's so beautiful. She must be doing something new to her skin.
She over the head with the oh my gosh. Also, like, wow. And then he was like, so what is it really? What
us inside. Feeling less of a man.
That's deep.
Yeah, that is deep.
So check this out. So they comparing themselves.
So why? Let me ask you this. I'm sorry. Before you move on past that, when you touched on that emotion of like just really feeling, less than, do you express it? Is it expressed to your partner, that vividly? That look, this is how I'm feeling. This is what's going on, and I'm going through a lot and I need your support. So I would like it if you did X, or I would like it if we could talk about you supporting me in this way. are those conversations being had so that yes, the emotion is there and it's a valid emotion. You have every right to feel that way with everything that's going on. The least you can get is support from home, support from your partner. And your partner may not see things the same way because they don't understand your emotion. They don't understand your level of depression because it's not being expressed. You know what I'm saying? So if we're not communicating either through love language or just simple communication, drop a message, write a letter, bird call, cuckoo, like something to say no. Something's going on. Like, I'm not feeling right. This relationship is not feeling right to me. I don't know. It might not be the relationship. It could just be all the stress that I'm going through. Like, help me, babe. Like, I need your help.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of male that do not communicate. And they communicate with the wrong people. They communicate with, like, their friends. But your homeboy is not going to go and talk to your lady or your wife about what you just expressed.
Right.
And then what ends up happening, just to go a little bit deeper, because I don't want to lose too much track on that one point, is that this, like, every time a friend of mine comes to me talking about, venting about their relationship, I give no advice. Give no advice. The thing that I always say is this: do what you feel.
Right.
Do what you feel, because
that's how we are.
You have to do. I always say, do what you feel. Like, follow your intuition. Like, you know everything, because clearly they don't tell you the full story.
Of course, there's two sides to every story.
They don't tell you the full story. They don't tell you how they really feel. They tell you what they want you to hear for you to be on their side, and that's where your advice becomes dangerous. Right? That's where your advice becomes dangerous. So I say, look, man, you have to do, like, I hear you. I'm here to fucking hear you out. You can vent with me. I got you. You're a dog. But you gotta do what you feel. And that's the advice that I always give, and I always tell people that, man, like, if your homeboy, or even women too, like, yo, your homegirl, don't be siding with them. Like, fuck that. No, man, you're not helping your friends out. You gotta tell them, look, do what you feel. You know the story best. You know how you feel. Do what's best for you. If you think that shit is lost, then it's lost. If you think that you can make it work, you can make it work. Because everyone has their own limits to a relationship, right? To me, it's, if I can't trust you, I'll never be with you, because I know who I am, and anything you do, I'm like, why? Like, yo, why? No, hell no, I don't trust you. I don't trust you no more. I think that you're doing dirty, even if you're not. I'm over here. My mind is like,
and nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with that.
It's so hard to get that back.
So I prefer not to go through that. So
let's be real. Can somebody really come back from trust being broken? Like, can a relationship really bounce back? And that's probably a question for, like, older folks, because, you know, they've been through it a little bit longer. But I haven't really seen many relationships bounce back.
It's hard because the communication has to be crystal clear. You also want to have the type of relationship where I know all your passwords. You know, I know everything that's going on, because we have nothing to hide. It would probably have to be a relationship like that in order for there to have a real good chance of moving past the trust issues and just trying to believe in your partner. If you're committed to the relationship, just trying to believe in their good intentions. And as long as communication is open, you have freedom in and out of each other's lives as you wish, then
but
to me, for me to win that trust back, you would have to OD on transparency. Like, OD, like you would have to.
I'm about to go to the bathroom.
Message account with me. Like,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I'm gonna leave my phone.
Text message. I better get a
I duplicate that shit.
Phone beeps. My shit better.
Let's see who's texting us, babe. Who's texting us, babe?
We got a text.
Like, we group texting. It's you and I versus the world now. So I can trust your. Because if not, it ain't happening. And that's dead ass. I mean, that's me. Dead ass.
No, I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Yo, find my iPhone better be on 24/7.
You better not get upset when I question you. Answer that shit with a motherfucking smile. Okay? Where are you going?
To
work, baby.
Answer the question before I even ask it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I woke up. I'm going to work. I'm working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I take my first break at 10.
Yes.
I go to lunch at 1.
Okay.
I'll be back at 2.
All right.
Last break of the day is at 3:15. Clocking out at 5.
Okay.
I'll be on the phone calling you by 5:05.
Sounds great. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's the only way
Appreciate
you're
it.
gonna
Just
win
like
my
that.
confidence. That's the only way she's gonna win my confidence.
Just like that. I ain't mad at you.
100%.
I'm in agreement with that
Once
one.
you lose it, I'm done. So just to answer that, like, well, you know how we went deep into that.
Right.
Communicate.
It's just about communication, because that's
like,
a big thing, and that's why I wanted to touch on that, because that's where a lot of people get lost. A
Yeah.
lot of relationships get lost in lack of communication, because how am I to know what's going on? I don't know how to respond the right way. And here you are going through all of this, my partner that I love, you're going through all this shit, and I don't even fucking know.
Right.
And instead of telling me, you went and go fuck down Susan. Bitch.
Double-edged sword though.
Yeah.
Like I OD on communication. Like I think I communicate too much. I've been told that before.
Wow.
But
Somebody told you communicate too much?
yeah,
As in Motalashi.
like yeah.
They love chats.
But the thing is this, it's like I communicate too much, but that person didn't know how to communicate back. I mean, like she didn't know how to like express her feelings as well. So I'm over here being open book,
Right.
but because there was that difficulty of like communicating back.
So it wasn't reciprocated.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like always hitting a wall. Like I'm over here just communicating and not getting nothing back, and then it turns into a thing like, does she not care?
Right,
Is
right.
this shit like whatever.
And then when you have to start questioning and asking yourself what the status is of your relationship with someone else, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
You should know.
That has happened in multiple,
should know.
like multiple relationships.
Yeah, you should know where you
because
stand in your
it really
relationship.
does take away from the relationship when you're not able to have those open lines of communication, especially when you're going through something that's very deep and emotional, and it's not being shared. So, now, okay, I'm communicating with you. I'm telling you how I feel. I'm telling you about everything. And if I feel like something is wrong with you, I'm questioning it, but you're saying everything is okay when it's clearly not. So then I have to start questioning shit like, why is he here? Like, so now things that probably aren't true, now I'm making up scenarios and coming with all these hypotheticals because I don't know because you're not communicating.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what.
So what am
ended
I
up
supposed to
happening.
do? So
Right.
I'm gonna start making up shit. Now y'all call me a man
Right.
because I'm making up shit.
I mean, but you give me no choice.
But what else can I do? I have no choice.
Give me no choice.
You give me no because you fail to communicate.
Right.
And I'm a communicator.
And especially if you're with someone that has a personality similar to you and I, which is we're resolvers.
Right.
We do not leave issues unresolved. It's what we do every single minute. Even if it's something simple, we close the loop on everything.
Right.
So to not be able to have an opportunity because you are equally communicating and let me know what's going on, we're going to try to fill those gaps
Right.
with what we assume is going on, which
Right.
may be right. And it may be wrong, but whatever we come up with, nigga, you
I'm
gotta deal
gonna
with that
have to
shit
act
because you
accordingly.
ain't telling me nothing.
Right. So what am I supposed to do? So
What
I
am I
have to
supposed to do?
act accordingly, But again, if this is your reason to, or what would lead into cheating, it's understood.
Yeah.
But there's an area of
Definitely
opportunity
conversations need to be
for
had.
communication to be had, so it can be prevented. So what was
Number two.
Number two, yeah.
So, number 2 is lack of male social support.
Lack of male social support.
So
Number
ladies,
2. Okay.
Ladies, stop preventing your man or your husband to hang out with their friends. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to elaborate.
Is he hanging out with hoes?
Friends, man, his guy friends. Didn't I say lack of male social support?
Okay.
I don't know.
No,
you might want
Don't
some
be spitting
support
this.
from a
Y'all
bitch.
good at that.
I'm
Don't be spitting
clarifying.
this.
Okay.
I'm clarifying.
He's
I like
spitting
clarity. Ask questions.
I said
Be
lack
clear.
of male social
So
support.
being able to hang out with his boys.
Yeah,
Don't
hang
give
out
it any
with
pressure.
friends. Like,
Okay.
don't, if he wants to go play
Because niggas be
domino
hanging
cards,
out with bitches
if
talking
he
about
wants
they
to
getting
go-
social
Even if he
support.
wants to go to the damn bar with his friends, go to Wilmore, wherever, I don't care what part of the world you're at.
He said
If he
Wynwood,
wants
y'all.
to go chill with his boys, let him have that support. You know
Okay.
why? Because this is what it transforms into.
Okay.
When you deprive a male from hanging out with his friends like that, having that socialized with male companionships, like like talking about that shit, just hanging out, vibing. What ends up happening is that that man is going to depend on his significant other for that emotional support, right?
Okay.
For that emotional support. And the moment, because it will happen, the moment that she fails to give him that support because you deprived it from him having it with his friends, he's going to start seeking that elsewhere.
From another woman.
It can be from another woman, him actively seeking, or that woman coming down his path and just giving him that
opportunity,
that emotional support, that socializing, that fun, because he's going to be dependent. What you're doing is you're making him depend that on you. And one thing that I like that Will Smith publicly said this months ago. I think I even said it 5 years ago. That him and Jada do not depend on each other for happiness.
Yeah,
They seek it
they still
themselves.
speak to it a lot.
You see what I'm saying?
They speak to that a lot.
And I think that is one of the root foundations of a lot of successful long-term relationships.
Yeah.
They understand that like you need, even like women,
Don't make each other
need that
responsible for
socializing
each
with your
other's.
home-
Yeah.
with your girl.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The male should stay at home with the kids, and
Yeah.
y'all can go and have whatever the hell you guys call it. Coffee, tea, sewing, reading books. Even if you guys want to go to a club, okay, that's the thing. You guys have to trust each other and know that if she's out there, she's gonna curve whatever man is gonna come on.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. Like, women are beautiful. They're gonna get hit on.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
So you gotta trust your woman to curve them, and vice versa. Women, y'all gotta trust your man. If you're holding it down at the crib, and you guys have a really solid relationship, you have to trust him to curve the women too, and let him have fun with his man. Because the moment you start depriving him of having that social support, that male social support, he's gonna depend on you, and when you don't give it to him, he's gonna look for it somewhere else.
Okay.
It's just gonna happen, and that happens all the time. I have
But
friends,
you know the reason why women give their significant other most of the time, the reason why women give their significant other a hard time to go out with their friends is because they do not trust their actions when they're out. Now, their actions may not always necessarily be them being with another woman, which most of the time that's what they are going to assume, that if a woman comes and approaches them, that they're not going to be able to slide a hoe to the left. But sometimes it can be consuming too much or spending too much. So there's a lot of different things, which goes back to what we talked about, which is the communication part. So we need to have whatever conversations it is that we need to have for me to feel secure, that when you go out, you're going to swerve bitches. So if I don't feel that way, then there'll be something that you're not communicating or I'm not receiving for me to feel confident in that.
Okay, so then you have to, so my response is that then you have to go to the root cause. Because you telling him not to hang out with his friends is not fixing the root cause.
I agree.
That's just a bandage. You're not sewing up the wound. So if it is him spending a lot, all right, come to an agreement. You're going to have to spend your limit. You're only going to walk out of here with $60, $150, depending what kind of night they're going to go have.
Right,
You only have 2 drinks.
You know what I mean? I'll just go to my friend's house, then you don't need more than $40. You know what I mean? You go probably buy some beers and some appetizers, or a bottle at the most, or whatever, if you're going to your boy's house.
But then the man is going to use that as an excuse to say that he's feeling emasculated, and because he's feeling emasculated, that gives him the right to go fuck down Susie, because Susie didn't give him a budget.
That's weak-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Yeah, but I do feel like that's a fair ask.
It is a fair ask
to be able to hang out with your peeps.
It's a fair ask.
Because I know for me personally, I do love to have my
Girl
own
time.
private time and space. It may not even be to hang out with anybody. It may just be to be by myself and my thoughts.
Yeah.
However, whatever it is that you like or desire, you should be able to hang out. Have a good time, be able to socialize. So I think that's fair.
But
on
it
both
makes
sides.
sense.
And as long as there's respect.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Look, I've learned, and we all learn through experience, right? Life is funny like that. You think that you're gonna reach a level of maturity where you stop liking the shit that you liked when you were young.
Yeah.
And in reality, what ends up happening is that you love that shit more.
Oh.
But you become mature enough to know that instead of spending my money going to the clubs, let me pay my bills.
Yeah.
Let me not be late on my bills. Let
me save
better
money.
let me save money because you start thinking towards the future.
Yeah.
Let me better my credit score, or let me maintain a good credit score, or things of that nature. You start looking towards the future, so your decisions, your financial decision, your health decision, and your love decisions mature. But men are children still. Like we go from wanting to ride bicycles to riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From jet skis to a fucking boat. Like our toys
Just
elevate.
Yeah.
But we still want to have fun. So we
toys,
still want that camaraderie with our boys. Go hang out, talk shit, get drunk together, vent about our girls and how it was so hard to come to this goddamn gathering. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm gonna go home and she's heated. I had to run out the house.
Oh,
you know what I
man.
mean? Like, but you gotta give them that space and vice versa too. Because I know there's men out there that are jealous. And to me, I always go like, yo, what's the root cause? If you're in a relationship like that, anyways, evaluate that shit. Because if y'all not trusting each other, man, that shit's just poison. You're gonna end up regretting it at the end of the day. And unfortunately, some of our generation and our parents' generation, they live in a lot of regret. Because society tells us once we're married, we're supposed to stick together, or we stick with that job that we never wanted just to pay the bills and shit like that. And then you hit that level of regret, and that's where these midlife crisis shit happen. And to go deep, that's where most of the fucking infidelity comes in, when you go through those midlife crises of regret and shit. You know how many married women?
So wow. Speaking of giving it up, have you cheated?
I have cheated.
Wow. And what was the reason why? Why did you cheat?
I have cheated to my third point.
Okay. What was your third point? Did we get there yet?
No.
What's the third point?
So the third point, I think this is one that's like the icing on the cake. I think this was the one that happens more than none. Is the it's over phase.
Over phase?
The end of the relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's over phase.
Okay.
That's her. That's her thing.
That's my
it's over phase.
Yeah, I'm a number 3 too.
A lot of people are afraid of confrontation, right? Especially when you've been in a relationship over a year, you've grown to love this person. And that's why, side note, that's why I demand loyalty and not love, because I
21 Savage? Okay.
No, not 21 Savage. I've been preaching that shit before he said that shit.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that the thing is this, is that love is an emotion. Let's be real. Love is an emotion. You have to work at it. It takes two people, but it's an emotion, and a lot of people want to put love in a pedestal like it's something that's on, like if you get mad at somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I understand.
I don't know how to express it as well, but I know that love is an
important.
Emotion.
It's important, but it's not necessarily everything.
Correct. So anyways, going to the it's over phase. A lot of people don't like confrontation. And when you've been in a relationship for a long time, you end up falling in love with this person or have love for that person. So especially when you know that person is like super dedicated to you and wants something for the future, and you're the one that's like, I'm over it, but I don't know how to tell this person without breaking her heart. You tend to go the easy route, which is, I'm just gonna start fucking up. I'm gonna start acting like an asshole. I'm gonna go cheat. Hopefully she finds out, and that ends the relationship. I take the easy way out. I'm the asshole. Like that is easier for her to get over it. She made the decision, etc. Or then you're like, then there's some men that this is it's over phase, but as well a little insecure, where they go try to get something lined up because they can't be by themselves. So they go get something lined up. Once they got another fish on the hook, then they let this person know that, I got somebody. I've been cheating, blah, blah, blah. Or start giving clues. I'll leave a phone like this. Bleep, bleep, bleep. A text came, who the fuck is Cynthia? Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? Stephanie, babe. Stephanie.
Hey.
So
how people try to assess your emotion. The reason why I say that is for the person who is being cheated on. One of the things that you said was wanting to not hurt their, like, you know how much they care. You know, there is some, you know, there's some love there, not necessarily wanting to be in a relationship where, you know, the cheater is past that point. However, they don't know how to end the relationship. And because they know that person is so attached, they cheat because cheating is the quickest thing to do to end the relationship. And they feel like they'll be able to get over it faster. But I just don't know, like, to impose pain to prevent pain. Like,
it's the easier way out.
Because you're going to experience pain regardless. But it's better if you're angry, hurt.
it's ripping the Band-Aid off quick.
Yeah.
I've
Is that what it is?
ended a relationship in both ways. And I can honestly say that in my
Experience.
my life, I've been truly in love with a woman twice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know, in my mid-20s and just a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I exited the relationship both ways, where I sat the person down and I told them, look, I'm feeling this and this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too much of a go-getter. I'm highly ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
You are very passive. You don't care if I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't see myself like that. So your energy doesn't fuel my fire.
Right.
Oh,
So
wow.
I gotta end it.
Oh, wow.
And this is me like feeling this woman. Like actually having feelings for her.
Wow.
And I put my own benefits, my own want out of life before love.
Right. Right. Because you love yourself more.
Yeah, and
you know you deserve more.
100%.
Yeah.
And that conversation was painful.
Mm.
It took me a couple of weeks to even get the courage to have that conversation.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus setting myself up to get caught in the beginning stages of trying to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you respected her more.
In the flirtation stage of cheating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Right.
wasn't nothing physical yet.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
It was just, leading up that conversation to get physical.
Right.
So it was a lot easier that way.
Right.
Even if both cause pain, 100%, but
yeah.
it's just
I
easier.
understand. Yeah.
It was just easier. With age, you tend to be like, nah, let's have that conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Still,
I think that definitely
makes
comes
sense.
with maturity.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely comes with maturity. It comes with experience. It comes with like knowing who you are. In the last few years, I feel like I'm very self-aware. I don't lie to myself as far as like who I am.
Right.
I follow a lot my gut feelings because I strongly believe that that's like your subconscious
Right.
telling you shit that you already experienced or knowledge that you already have.
Right.
And it hasn't steered me wrong in the last couple years. So it's just one of those things, like, know who you are. So I have those conversations now, like.
And it's
So
easier
now
for you.
you're willing to have the conversation. Now you're having the conversation
more-
versus.
So you're not doing
More
the
like
whole, let me just
especially,
talk until okay.
Especially if I'm like, if I know that if I can't grow with that person, or if that person is not right for me,
Right.
I'm easier to have that conversation, even though I know that it's going to hurt that person, but I'll still have it because I know that it's better, it's more respectful for that person. So I have more respect for that individual at this age than I would have back then.
Yeah, it's definitely respectful. It's what people want, the truth, the honesty, don't drag me in the streets. It's one of those things where as much as you try to be discreet, somebody might find out. It hurts even more because on top of, yes, we probably both already know that we're at the end of the relationship, but for whatever reason haven't found the courage to say it. But to then go do something like that, people find out, it can be devastating because you just feel not only betrayed, but now you just look like you got me out here looking dumb. Like
crazy.
It was something that I said on episode 5, like you just got me looking crazy in these streets, and it makes you feel doubly worse, on top of everything else that's going on. If it's a situation where, you know, you were caught and people know. Have you ever been in a situation like that where
you've been caught?
Yeah. Yeah, my most, not my most recent, I can't say my most recent serious relationship was something like that. I'll just add some flavor to it. But it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a person like that. Like I didn't have that conversation with, but it was another person that, this is what drives me fucking crazy. I always go into relationship telling women, like, yo, to me it's all about health, wealth, love, and then happiness. Understand that. Health, wealth, love, and then fucking happiness. So I'm gonna put my health, my wealth, meaning what I'm doing to generate income, then love, and then my happiness. And they're like all supportive. Yeah, I love how ambitious you are. How you got goals, you're determined, blah, blah, blah. Then a few months into the fucking relationship, they want to compete with that order. And I'm like, yo, I said it from the get. And then
I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna be busting my ass at work.
And then I'm gonna choose to answer this email and send this report versus Netflix and chilling, especially if it's something that's a fire that I gotta put out.
Right.
You understand that, like, I'm over here making money for myself. I don't work for somebody.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a whole different animal. And every time I go in with that, I declare that shit. It's like almost like, yo, you see the fucking fine print? I'm putting in bold words.
Yeah. Giving the blueprint.
I've heard that before, where, you know, guys have lost that connection because of that reason. Like, you know, the woman may be upset. Wait, hold on. Like, we're out. You're about to text your client right now. Like, you're going to answer that phone call?
Yes, bitch.
You're going to send that email?
This phone call is what page is red bottom.
Hello. Thank you. Hello. Yes, I am. Okay. Yes, I am. You know, so there's some people who truly don't understand that, and they don't get it. And I can understand where you lose the connection because you're a progressive being, you're a progressive person, and that order makes sense. And if it's something that you say, yes, I can deal with, yes, I support this, you know, I want to be on this journey with you, and then flip, you can only blame yourself because you flipped. You knew what you were getting into. You flipped, you know.
Now, I have to say, and take this how you want it, but you are not the norm. You have to know that.
Right.
Correct.
These niggas out here are not straightforward and as honest and as transparent and communicate the way that you do.
Right.
And even though that I do primarily date women, I have a lot of male friends and I have a lot of female friends as well that are heterosexual, and they
date men and they don't.
Yeah, she knows. I mean,
it's not normal.
It's not normal.
It's not normal.
It's not normal.
Not to say I've never seen it, or never had
it's not the norm.
But it's not normal.
It's not the norm.
Okay.
Like, if you're single right now, you might as well say something to these people because, like, this is your chance. Are you single?
I am single, but that's not the point.
He's single, ladies. All my single ladies. All my single ladies.
So I want to finish adding that spice, right? So, and I want your feedback on this.
Okay.
But I know that I was in the wrong still, but I went into the relationship with that disclosure, right? Shit started changing.
Right.
Now, in that same relationship, she was bringing her niece's mother around.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Niece's
Trying
mother,
to see where this is going.
Her sister?
No, her sister.
Her niece's
her sister-in-law. I mean, they were broken up.
So you fucked the sister-in-law?
No.
Oh.
Check this out.
Okay.
So, but when they were around, because at this point she was living with me.
Your girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point she was living with me with her daughter, adorable little girl.
Okay.
With her daughter. You know, sometimes we take care of, like, babysit her niece. The niece's mom will come by to pick up.
So you fucked the niece?
Okay,
no, it was the nieces. I'm sorry. I feel like something is
Kelly shit is that?
No, okay, the niece is the baby.
5-year-old, 6-year-old.
Oh, the baby. Oh, sorry. I lost track.
I feel weird.
I lost track. I feel like this is gonna go someplace really spicy. I don't know who you fuck.
Okay, so check this out.
Okay.
So I'm telling you why she was coming around.
Okay.
Forget the babies.
Okay, no babies.
That's why she was coming around.
Okay.
Babysit. So when she comes to pick up,
okay,
you know, she'll spend time and talk with us, and she will talk freely about her sex life. Right? And my girl's okay with it. We're all talking about her sex life. and how adventurous she is in the bedroom.
She take it in the ass?
Stuff like
and
that.
eat ass and a bunch of other stuff, brings in toys to the bedroom, all that stuff. And I'm like,
she licks scrotum? She's a scrotum licker?
100%.
That too?
Yeah.
Wow.
And everything, whatever you want to call it.
Oh.
So I'm like,
Hey.
I'm kind of freaking myself.
Right.
But my current girl won't go to those limits. Like, she was distracted. So because our relationship was already falling, because
God,
I gave her the disclosure.
knew he fucked somebody.
I didn't fuck her, but I gave her the disclosure, and now she wants to compete with the wealth pillar, because there's 4 pillars.
Right.
Health, wealth, love, and happiness. She wants to compete with her next door neighbor.
Right.
She wants to flip the script. So now I'm having arguments with her. So now because it's so open, these conversations, I start engaging in a text conversation with the
niece's mother.
Oh, you violated.
100%, right? I violated hardcore. So I'm like, yo, this girl does not fulfill me and XYZ in the bedroom. And she was riding for a little bit. Nothing ended up happening, but to answer your question, that's how I got caught. And all 3 of us knew. And
so she told, okay.
And I think after we broke up and stuff like that, and she moved out, I think she ended up telling her brother, which is, the father of the daughter of her niece. And the whole family, I think, ended up knowing because they all did thanks.
Wow. So she saw it in your phone? Is that what happens? The text message?
No. So that I can't even drop the B word because it was on me. But she dropped it down.
Oh, the niece told on you.
Not the niece.
Oh.
The mom. Yeah, she dropped it down.
Yeah, these are little girls. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. She told, she told. She
set you up?
So she gave, it was crazy.
She set you up?
100%. She gave the phone. She gave the phone. She gave the phone to her, and my girl was engaging in a conversation with me. And I was thinking it was the other.
Hold up.
Listen, I've set a guy up before. I've set a guy up before where he said he was not with his girlfriend. I'm trying to find out they were still together. The girl found out, I don't know, remember how she got my number. We set his ass up. Me and him was going to meet. And I told her where he and I were going to be meeting that day, where we would be.
You lied.
No lie. And she came into the store. And I thought you was single. What's going on, sir?
So set me all up. And this is like,
yeah, that was
they
fun.
were in my house where I was paying the bills. I was paying for everything.
Nigga, they got
and that motherfucking phone. Listen.
Nigga, they got you.
I was out eating with some friends, and I'm over here engaging. I go back to the house, and I'm like, straight, you felt the energy.
Yeah. What the fuck?
She played it cool for like 2 days.
For 2 days?
Until she was like,
for 2 days?
She was like, nigga.
She didn't say nothing for 2 days.
Yo, that was willpower right there.
Hell yeah.
Because if she was any type of Caribbean,
bitch,
I would have got.
I'd have rolled up at the restaurant that she was at.
Hello.
I would have got hurt.
Come outside.
Come outside.
Don't make me come in there embarrassed. So come outside. I have to talk to you.
She was passive, you know. She was Mexican, so.
Wow.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, so you
Mexicanas de mamadas. Why is this Cuban? Why is this señorita from Cuba? Where are you from? Havana. Havana, Cuba. See.
Cubana Club.
So we have Nancy over here that was taking some photos of us, and she just decided to be disrespectful. It's their love language. It's their love language. It's what they do.
I'm sorry. The flags of Colombia in her hair. You better get it, girl.
So let me ask you: when you cheated in that situation, you got caught. It's not like you would come out, right?
He was texting, but it's still.
But you got caught.
It's
not like you came out.
It's still a break of trust.
If she would have been like, yo, there's
you would have smashed. I knew you would have. So are you
informed? When she said the shit, she did it. I was like,
So are you reformed, or is it still going to be either 1, 2, or 3 for you?
The thing is this, it's like I said, man, to wrap this up, like with my 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. 1, clear communication, how you're feeling in the relationship is a must. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking must. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, man, you have to have like this, it has to be a well balance. Like, yeah, we're men and we're taught to, suppress our feelings. But what the fuck is that? I'm secure enough to say, we don't fucking have feelings. We get hurt all the fucking time. Yeah. We just know how to hold it deeper. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And but when I
don't know if you know how to, or society places the pressure on you and forces you to. Sometimes you don't know how to, and you find very unhealthy ways to expel that.
There's some truth into that, 100%. But I think that's just weak-minded. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I guess I don't want to say that because we all have our own upbringings and shit like that, but.
I agree with you as far as mental strength.
I 100%. Like I preach. If you follow me online, you'll see that I talk about two things. I talk about a lot is managing your time and your mindset to what the fuck you're doing. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the mindset to attack what you want, you're gonna break. And the moment you break, you're gonna exit. You're gonna just fail, and you're not gonna know how to get back up and go at it again. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the same thing when it comes to that as well, right? Like, what do you mean you can't have a quick conversation like, when you go out with this one friend, like I told this to a girl one time, I was like, you got this one friend that I don't trust. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I said just like this, and I don't think, and maybe this was the reason why she didn't go out or anything, but I told her, look, when you go out with this one person, I don't trust that individual because of X, Y, Z. Right. And when you go out with her, it's not that I don't trust you. I just don't trust her and the shit that she puts you around.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So I don't trust that. I'm not telling you not to go.
Yes. Yep.
I'm not telling you not to go. But go ahead. I'm just letting you how I feel about the situation.
Yes.
They were supposed to go like a week after when I had that conversation. Mm-hmm. She ended up not going.
Okay.
Because I don't even think it was because I had the conversation. I don't know why. I'm not, but I know that by me communicating, I want to believe that it influences something.
Right.
Because she
even
if she had at that time, she cared enough how I was feeling and said, you know what? Let me respect his feeling. At least he came out and said something. And again, I expressed it. I didn't hear shit back from her. Stayed quiet. We didn't have a communication about it. I was just like, look, I'm not telling you not to go. You do your own thing.
I just want you to know. I don't trust that.
I just want you to know how I feel. You go with that.
Right. Listen, I 100% understand and respect and appreciate what you just said.
Yeah.
Because I have been in that situation before. I am very, very perceptive. I'm very sensitive to energy, and I pay the fuck attention to things that normal people don't pay attention to. So when I get around people, I look at things that most people don't look at. So if I'm around a certain type of individual, I'm in a relationship and I'm around their friends and I don't feel comfortable or good around that person.
I don't trust that.
I just don't trust that. Now, my partner would say, and I'm not necessarily saying in this relationship, but just overall, the partner would say to me, well, even if you don't trust that person, you should trust me. And that's not what we're arguing about here. Right. That's not what we're discussing. That's not what's in debate.
Two separate issues.
It's two separate things. I didn't say I didn't trust you. I don't trust this person and the situations that they bring you around. Mm-hmm. That's what I don't trust. And I think that, to me, that is so powerful and I respect your girl for realizing, and maybe not all the time she's going to do that, but I think that when your partner has those conversations with you, you need to, especially if your relationship is important and this is what you want. Right. I think you need to take a step back and talk to your partner to see exactly what is it about this person, maybe specifically, that made them feel that way. And sometimes it can get to the point where, you guys can come to a compromise, whether it be, I'll check in with you a little bit more when I'm out with her. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll make sure that I'm more active, or come with us. Or I'm more active on social media, so you see where we at and what we're doing.
That's a one right there.
Right. Come with us. Yeah.
Come.
You're damn right.
You're right. Hello. What we wearing?
Yeah.
What's the attire?
Right. And again, it's not to say that this has to be the situation all the time, because to go back to number 2, it's important that we're able to, have our own life. Did he say Gucci belt?
He
Did he just cut you out for wearing Gucci perfume?
First of all,
that's some light skinned people. That's some light skinned people shit.
One minute he would colonize, the next minute he'd colonize y'all.
Yeah, but again, so you want to make sure that you're not impeding the way that you when you discuss about your number two about the importance of spending time with your boys, right? You want to make sure your significant other has time to spend with their girlfriends, but if this is a particular person or this one a friend that you feel some type of way about and you've expressed that to her personally, I think that you should consider that if your relationship is important to you. And it doesn't have to be a hard no. It can simply be, you know what? He's feeling this way or she's feeling this way right now. Let me not go out with this person tonight. And maybe let me use tonight to talk to my partner about specifically what are some things that make them feel uncomfortable so that the next time we do go out, we can come to a compromise.
Yeah, it's important to respect each other's feelings.
Got to.
And that's where compromise comes in relationships, is respecting the other's feelings, their perspective, not wanting to be in a situation where you're going to hurt them either, intentionally or unintentionally, but, they're hurt. So, listening and, taking action is important.
100%. And there's a big difference between talking and arguing.
Yes.
Huge difference.
Yes.
Because, once you start arguing, I block people.
Nobody listens. Yeah. Nobody's listening.
Yeah.
You're waiting to be heard. Nobody's listening.
Right. So, if you want to tell your man that the way you're feeling, have that conversation. Have a well thought out conversation. Don't attack the person. Address the issue.
Right. Yes.
And talk about it.
Right.
Because the moment you start,
can you say that again? Don't attack the person. Address the issue.
Because the moment that you start attacking him and you're like, you do this, you do that, he's like, yo.
Disconnected.
I'm out. And now he leaves the house mad. And guess what the fuck you just did? You just set him up
to go jump on some pussy.
Shit. Well,
that would be the time that the ex is going to send a text message and talk about, hey, what you doing?
If he weak.
And what you doing?
Go to your friend's house. Go chill. Go play some Fortnite or some shit or Madden or whatever the fuck.
And just talk.
NBA 2019. I don't know. What you jumping in the pussy for, nigga? There ain't no fucking.
Because they're men, and that's what they default to. Men default to pussy.
Y'all think that every time we go out and be on some it's so funny because even when we go out to bars and nightclubs and all this shit, it's funny how women have these views or perspective of they're out there and they're gonna holler at all of them. Or they're going to try to get all of their numbers.
Yep.
Everyone. Half the time, we be posted up just talking shit to each other. Who's going to get the next round? Or some nigga dodging to go get the next round and shit like that.
They're just talking
and
about it.
And they'll be just talking shit.
They're just talking about the
80% talking. More than that. Be 90% talking and barely no action.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And you guys over here worrying about it. And half the time, niggas just really want to go hang out.
If I'm worried, it's because there's some smoke there. That's why I'm worried. Okay.
Well, if you have your reasons to be worried, that's a whole other issue.
Generally, unless you're just a paranoid motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you're one of those, or you're one of those who carries over issues from past relationships and say, well, this person did this to me, so these might be some red flags or some triggers that I saw in the last relationship. I should have paid attention to. I didn't. So now this motherfucker is doing it. He must be cheating on me, and that could clearly not be the case. You just be a paranoid ass motherfucker. And
now you want to look at the phone.
Yes, you're looking at everything.
Shit that's not happening. And then in time, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that a man, the moment he feels that the first time he's like, oh, I'm gonna go cheat, I'm gonna go look for something. No, man, we're talking about shit that happens with time.
Right.
Like you nag him, you deprive him of hanging out with his friends months and months at a time. Like, after that 6 months, after that year, you're like, dude, he said you're gonna break that man. Crack. Once he breaks, forget about it. Wow. You're done.
Wow. So, I'm glad you're reformed.
Yeah, I was gonna say we all are. We're here as people speaking. Well, is he reformed? Hold on. Are we assuming?
No, he said it. He said now he communicates.
But does that mean he won't still cheat? Crickets.
There's no crickets. Like I know. My goals and shit that I'm working towards right now. I would have that communication. I won't cheat. I prefer just to let you know, like, yo, this ain't working.
And I feel like that's the grown thing to do. Active. I feel like that's the grown thing to do.
It is.
This is where I am in the relationship. And if you're really connected with your partner and that relationship, while it may be hurtful, it really shouldn't be a big surprise. And if you're so dumbfounded by this end result, by this inevitable, something's fucking wrong with you. You have other issues that you need to work on, and it's good that you're not in a relationship so you can work on yourself. Okay? Because you got some problems.
Yeah. But definitely, some of you guys need to be pro solo. Be pro being solo, you know, because it did for me too. You know, self-awareness is one of the best things that you can do for yourself personally, professionally, spiritually, emotionally. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself is have self-awareness, because when you're aware of yourself, nobody can tell you a motherfucking thing about you.
You can't be negatively influenced.
No, nobody can manipulate you. And someone having a powerful mind,
in how you feel. Yeah.
Being confident.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we appreciate you coming. And sharing your perspective. Like, this was dope.
This was really dope.
I told you would like him. Isn't he dope? He's pretty cool.
Do you do high fives? Okay, good.
You say you're going to come back? Did you say you'll come back?
You come back?
100%.
Yeah? I think you should.
Aww.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
We like GiaFranco.
GiaFranco.
Say no to the wall, people. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no to the wall for GiaFranco.
I think he's here on DACA.
We do have a wall.
Well,
we absolutely would love to have you back. You are dope as hell. You are amazing. You are a rarity. I want you to know that.
I told you.
But there's a lot of truth in what you said. You know, I think that a lot of females learned quite a bit of things.
Yes.
You know, about what they can do differently. Because I think one of the things is that a lot of women like to walk around with victim glasses as well. And I'm an equal opportunity person. It's like, if you fucking up, male or female, you fucking up, own your shit.
Right. So, and I think we also expose, you know, how important it is to communicate.
And
be clear in your communication, you know, and what's going on. You know, people need to understand how you're feeling so that they know how to support you. And also, if you know you're at a point when you're in a relationship and you're at the end, you know, be man, woman enough to say, look, this is how I feel. I'm sorry. You know, because it's better to do it when you're feeling it, when you know you're at the end, versus continuing to waste someone's time or potentially hurting them more, because you're assuming what you're doing is less painful. You really don't know. It's just an assumption that you're making. So why even go through all of that?
Just be honest.
Just be honest. So I mean, this was great.
This was amazing.
Great conversation. Definitely loved your perspective. You know.
And he meshes well with us.
And you were very real, very open. We love it. We love it. So
you did that.
So guys, don't forget, we air every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m.
8:30.
We on Facebook, YouTube,
SoundCloud,
Google Podcasts, iTunes.
That's the thing you guys do?
All of them. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. What we do. So guys, thank you so much for joining us.
We appreciate you.
Don't forget, guys, you have to come back next week Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Why? Because we're coming forever. Thanks for watching, guys.